shoe to the market?
So the sole will be specific to each brand and each model, for instance. And size, correct. For example, the sole on a pair of Nike Frees is very different from the sole on a pair of Sauconys. So Vita Sole would be crafted to specifically fit. It would essentially be a mold of the sole of that specific shoe. That's how it would work. And like I said earlier, it would attach using waterproof adhesive, so you would never have to worry about it coming off in different running conditions.
How thick is the?
It's going to be very thick. We haven't done enough research to determine how thick or thin it needs to be, but certainly thin enough that it doesn't impact the runner's stride.
So do you know that can happen?
It can be done. Actually, currently at MIT, Chris may know about this, they developed a gel, a thin gel that as pressure is applied to it, a new color is revealed. So the technology is out there for this to be done.
Do you think that there is an opportunity to just have the purchaser apply something like this gel rather than have to, just the inventory management, either for the shoe company or for the retailer, and I'll say nothing for yourself, would be complex. If it was something that I could buy this glue, so to speak, that I put on the bottom of the shoe, didn't impact the reveal the color thing. Is that a possibility?
It would be very difficult for a consumer to do it themselves because each shoe wears out in a specific amount of time. So when the people in the beginning of the video were saying, I typically replace my shoes every 400 miles, every 600 miles. 4 to 6 is the industry standard. However, shoes like the Nike Frees and some of the lighter shoes wear out much quicker than that, so 200 miles. So potentially, those people who believe that their shoes run out 400, 600 miles, if they're running in a pair of Nike Frees and they run 400 miles, they're running for 200 miles in shoes that no longer offer adequate support and are setting themselves up to become injured. So essentially, Vita Sole would wear out in the manufacturer's estimated time for the shoe.
Look, I want to say first, that was a great job. Great team experience. I like the way you introduced the team, George. And I agree that I don't know. I run every day. I have no clue the answer to that question either. And I constantly look at the sole trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So that was a compelling opening, and it seems to me that it's an awesome opportunity for the manufacturers because, done right, it forces replacement even sooner.
Yes.
And so I see the benefit to them as well as to the consumer. But my two real questions for one patent is this. Have you already checked?
It is. I've already looked into it. I've hired a patent lawyer who's done a search. I've seen some of the other ideas out there, and the majority are just not for indicating when the shoe needs to be replaced. They're more for, they essentially make your run more pleasurable. They're almost like an insert that you put on the bottom of the shoe to increase the pleasure of your run. There's really nothing that there are no sole wear indicators out there. There were some chips, but chips are also extremely complex and also expensive to consumers. And some people altogether want to create their own shoe line, which is extremely ambitious and without the right connections and funding, nearly impossible. So there really isn't anything out there, and I could definitely get patent for it.
You can get it?
Yes.
Okay. And a question, because when you do think about this inventory management, the number of different SKUs and sizes, and wow. When you have your $3.50 cost, well, first I have two questions. $3.50 cost, $6.99 is the retail to consumer price. What is the the selling price to the retailer that you would be selling it at?
That is what we're selling it to the retailer, but they can sell it for
You're
$10.
selling it at $6.99, so it's a $10, you're saying it's a $10 price point for the consumer?
Yeah, we don't want it to be too expensive just because you're already spending $100 or more on shoes, so it's something that wears out pretty quickly.
And I'll be honest, it's extremely difficult to get accurate quotes on what this would cost. $3.50 is an estimate that I got from a Reebok executive that I've been speaking to at the beginning of this project, but I think until we get hard numbers and actual quotes, I think it would be difficult to come up with an actual selling price.
Have you thought about working with a specific manufacturer? Because I think what Michael said about the all the different SKUs and individual problems creates a real logistics problem.
Yeah.
But there's clearly a lot of value. I don't know if the consumer is necessarily going to see the value, even though there's a huge problem. But to the retailer or to the shoe manufacturer, it's going to create more shoes sold. That's something that probably won't happen for free.
Yeah. It actually, getting back to what you said, I do think that our target demographic would see the need for this product. Some statistics for the typical male runner, 70% are college educated, and I think 80% make 70,000 and above, so they can definitely afford the product, and they're educated, so I believe that they would see the need for it. I would definitely want to potentially team up with a brand such as Saucony or Asics to produce this, just because I believe that it would be very beneficial to a brand, and they would also have the technology readily available, so they would make the process a bit easier. So
Potentially, it could almost be a type of material that you can sell to the manufacturer for their fitting their shoes.
yes, yeah.
And also, when we talked about teaming up with one specific brand, we also consider the fact that if you look at majority of sports, like Adidas has their top line of soccer cleats, basketball shoes, and football cleats, and so does Nike, and so does Reebok, and every other sports they have like their top of the line shoes. And by narrowing down to one brand, it's like it kind of almost it would narrow our market down by a great margin when every runner has their own preference. You know, for me personally, I wear only Nike. But I have kids that I know that only wear Adidas or only wear Puma, and it's for them to turn around and be like, okay, you can only wear Nike. Well, then is it worth buying a Nike shoe for the product, or it could make the product that it can fit all shoes so everybody can be happy? Because like you said, like, this is a product to make you keep you healthy and active, and it's really based on consumer satisfaction. So we don't want to limit what they can do and what they can wear by just saying like we're only going to put it in a Nike shoe, because that means that runners that wear Asics are more vulnerable.
Right, but there's a potential opportunity if you launch, say, with Nike, even though down the road you're going to launch with others, they could do a lot of the marketing for you and get people aware of Vita Sole. I thought your marketing points too that you made were really great because you've got such a targeted set of media and events, that are attracting these runners, including high school. That was compelling about this.
There's a real opportunity that you actually can start the patent process, make some progress in, and get the right kind of doctor involved, develop both the active protection, and then some science around what's the right material and what's the right thickness, the production process, so that it actually gives the runner the right results.
Yeah.
With that, I think you could go to the shoe manufacturers and have a really interesting proposition for them. I'd be careful when you go there.
Yeah.
Thank you.